he's in his prime, he's fat. He should be lean and mean. He's fat and funky. I saw him with his shirt off the other day. He's fat. I thought, did you start training already?
Welcome back to the YouTube channel, everyone. Today, we have an explosive update on the war of words between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. With just 8 weeks until their highly anticipated fight at the AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, things are really heating up. Let's dive right in.
People say, hey, Jake, this is why you shouldn't be fighting Mike. You know, he's old. He's got health problems here now. What do you say to those people who, in the wake of what happened to Mike, have been kind of yelling that from the rooftop?
Tell Mike Tyson that.
Jake Paul and Mike Tyson are gearing up for their big showdown on July 20th, and the pre-fight tension is escalating. Recently, Mike Tyson, the legendary former WBC heavyweight champion, made headlines by calling Jake Paul fat. Tyson didn't hold back, saying, "He should be lean and mean, he's fat and funky. I saw him with his shirt off the other day, he's fat. I don't know if he's in his prime, he's fat," Tyson said. "He should be lean and mean, he's fat and funky. I saw him with his shirt off the other day, he's fat." Jake Paul, who is stepping up from the cruiserweight category to heavyweight for this fight, didn't take those comments lightly. In response, Paul admitted that the weight gain is part of his strategy to handle the power and size of heavyweight opponents. He's aiming to reach 230 pounds, up from his usual 200 pounds.
Hey, Buster Douglas was fat, am I right?
I know, but you're no Buster Douglas.
I'm better. I'm better.
No,
and I'm gonna end you quicker than he did. And you'll remember that forever.
Jake Paul. Yeah, there's definitely slightly more power, Paul told TMZ Sports. But I think the biggest thing is inside fighting and clinches, not getting pushed around by some of these heavier heavyweights. But definitely when I'm jogging, I'm so much slower. I feel like a rhino or something. It's definitely a lot harder to jog. Paul acknowledges that he might not match Tyson's legendary talent, but believes his youth and strategic weight gain could give him an edge. He's drawing inspiration from ancient Roman training methods, training with heavier weights to enhance his speed and strength during the actual fight. Jake Paul. "I'm only growing," Paul told his BS podcast. "I think I'll get up to 240 and probably cut down so I'm like way faster. But if I'm training in this camp at 240 and then I cut down to 220, it's basically like I had a 20 pounds weight vest on for the whole entire camp. So my muscles are going to be so much stronger and that speed will come through." Meanwhile, Jake Paul's antics during their face-off have sparked widespread criticism. During the face-off, Paul made aggressive gestures and a finger gun motion at Tyson, which didn't sit well with fans and fighters alike. Former UFC fighter Matt Brown was particularly vocal about his disapproval. Despite Paul's aggressive approach, Tyson responded with humor and calmness, diffusing the tension and showing his experience and poise. This mature response highlighted Tyson's veteran status in the boxing world.
Cringe, man. Jake Paul trying to be hard on Mike Tyson. Jesus Christ. You can't do that, bro. For one, it's Mike Tyson. And like, for two, 20 years, you wouldn't do that 20 years, 30 years ago. You know, when you were born. Like, if you were an adult back then, you wouldn't even have thought about that. Like,
Matt Brown. "So cringe," Brown said. "Jake Paul trying to fucking be hard on Mike Tyson. Jesus Christ. You can't do that. For one, it's Mike Tyson. For two, you wouldn't do that 20, 30 years ago when you were born. If you were an adult back then, you wouldn't even have thought about it. If there's one guy you don't want to wake up the fucking savage killer inside, it's Mike fucking Tyson." Brown criticized Paul for his attempts to provoke Tyson, suggesting that Paul, who was not around during Tyson's heyday, underestimated the former champion's intensity. Tyson's calm and humorous response to Paul's antics demonstrated his experience and ability to remain composed under pressure as the fight date approaches. The build-up continues to be as entertaining as the bout promises to be. Will Jake Paul's strategy of bulking up pay off? Can he handle the power and experience of Mike Tyson? We'll find out on July 20th at the AT&T Stadium. And if you want to stay updated with the latest news on this fight and more in the boxing world, Make sure to hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon so you never miss an update. That's all for today's update. Don't forget to like, share, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. See you next time.